right, what is up, fans? We are back. Another episode of the Fane in the End. I'm the Fane. Got JB on my right here, and down below, obviously, is the end himself, Mister Bentro Ben. How we doing this morning, my friend?
Man, I'm doing good. I mean, we not too many days away from, the Eagles probably. Wally sent me the video of saying, what they hate us, we don't care, something like that. I mean, got the nice anthem. Listen, Philly fans, y'all are a one of one. Y'all care about nothing Philly. I don't care. If my mom is a Giants fan, well, mama ain't coming to see you on Thanksgiving. You made the wrong decision. I'm just saying, like, I'm looking forward to it because if anybody is used to playing the spoiler, is a Philadelphia Eagle. We will see what happens.
Yeah, we will see what happens, and I guess that's gonna get right into the first one, man. Right into it. We've already done it here in Philly once. We stopped Tom Brady and the Patriots dynasty from happening. Here we are with a chance to do it to Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. We've all had a week to digest it, to worry about it, to look at everything. How you feel, man? You feel like the Eagles will foil another dynasty here in 5 days?
I do for a lot of reasons, right? Everybody wants to talk about Saquon as they should. Everybody wants to talk about, Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith and Jordan Davis and Chauncey Gardner and that defense as they should. No one really wants to talk about Jalen Hurts, right? Because he don't fit the description. He ain't Lamar. He ain't Josh Allen. He ain't Joe Burrow. But here's the thing, right? Joe Burrow went to one Super Bowl. He ain't going back. He's not going back. He's not with Cincinnati. Lamar Jackson has never played in the Super Bowl, never played in the AFC Championship game. Josh Allen plays in the AFC Championship game. He can't beat Patrick Mahomes. Jalen Hurts is going to spoil it, and he's going to have us rethinking, what is a franchise quarterback? Do they got to win MVPs? Do they got to lead the league in passing yards and touchdowns? Because here's the thing: when Cam Newton come out and said he wouldn't trade his MVP for a Super Bowl, he's a liar. He is not telling the truth. Listen, I'm not saying that Cam Newton lies. I'm saying that was a lie. Cam Newton is only saying he wouldn't trade his regular season MVP because he can never win a Super Duper. Because he knows it's never gonna happen. So for me, Jalen Hurts has a shot to not only dethrone the beast, he got a shot to have guys like Jared Goff's or the Matthew Stafford, guys that won't win MVPs, saying to themselves, hey man, what's the better resume? A bunch of regular season MVPs, or winning the Super Duper Bowl. I think for me, it's Jalen Hurts is saying, look, man, I'm real humble. I don't talk a lot, but if I win the Super Bowl, I'm talking trash to every single person. Because you know why Jalen Hurts gonna do it? He has won over Philadelphia. If you can get Philly fans to say, all right, Jalen, we love you. That is the heart. Once he did that, hey, man, A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, y'all loaded, but I think it's going to be because of Jalen, man, because Jalen gets a high level of disrespect. People like Nick Wright. Nick, you need to shut the hell up. I don't know what you talking about. Saquon is who he is and that team, but Jalen Hurts is going to do it, and I hope he wins MVP. This is why. I'm going to keep on saying it. Last drive of the game, Philly got the ball. They get all the way to the 1 yard line with about 4 seconds left. Tush push. The tush push heard around the world. Jalen Hurts gets the game with a touchdown. And like Jalen Hurts said, he said, I had a purpose way before, y'all had an opinion. Shout out to Jalen Hurts. Because guess what he going to do? Is Tua going to win a Super Bowl? Nope. Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Jared Goff, all these quarterbacks not named Jalen Hurts is going to call him and say, hey, man, how you do that? Sorry, man, the phone is breaking up. He going to hang up on all of them because at the end of the day, regular season stats is for regular season guys. Jalen Hurts says if Patrick Mahomes got the best winning percentage since he entered the NFL, who's number 2? That would be Jalen Hurts. So I think it's going to be Philly, man. I hope y'all do it in listen, Meek Mill, they're going to be blasting Meek Mill, before the game as they should. I'm just looking forward to it because I respect Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. I am getting sick of looking at Taylor Swift. She didn't win no Grammys. She didn't take home one Grammy. She went to the Grammys. She didn't take home none. That would be Kendrick Lamar. And I guarantee you this. Hey, yo, Kendrick Lamar, if you hear this, please come out wearing some Philly colors for halftime. Just wear some Philly colors. You a rebel. You like to go against the grain, right? Drake is a Kansas City Chiefs fan. I think Kendrick Lamar is a Philly fan. Go Eagles. Go Eagles.
I'll say this. I'll say this: Sunday is a career-defining night for Jalen Hurts. I agree with you. I think when the lights shine the brightest, he shows up, man. Like everyone wants to talk about his game and stuff like this, and we tear apart and pick apart. I think a lot of things that Ben said was spot on. I think we're gonna re-question what's a franchise quarterback. I think there's a lot of things that are gonna happen if Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles are able to beat the Chiefs, and not just positionally wise. I just think when you look at the season, how everything's played out, that the Eagles have everything they need. Everyone wants to talk about how they lost last time. That's not the same team. It's not even close to the same team that we seen them 2 years ago. This is a young team. This is a team that knows how to win together and they've lost together. Last year was a tough year for this team. They showed that how to overcome it, both with the public media bouncing down on them, trying to find every way to pick them apart, and they just come together, man. Like there's just Ben, you know what I'm talking about when you just seen how they come together this season. Stuff where Saquon's like, let them boys eat, when he could have racked it up against the Giants. And
it all started after the Carolina game. That's where they got their true identity as a team. That's where the engine started firing all on the same cylinder, and they were actually a team. They weren't. It wasn't just one guy trying to go beast mode. Everybody on the entire offensive and defense played together, and that's where I think it all changed.
Yeah,
they ready. Man. Nobody goes through more scrutiny as a football player than a Philadelphia Eagle because y'all fans are honest. It's not. I said, look, man, it's not harsh. It's honesty. We don't lie over here. If they playing good, we gonna tell you. If they playing bad, we gonna say. If they need to improve, that's why Donovan McNabb was such a good football player, because y'all kept him honest, right? No matter what. That's why Terrell Owens wanted to win a Super Bowl so bad for Philly, because he knows, bruh, winning in Philly is like, if Bryce Harper wins the World Series, right? If Joel Embiid wins a chip, it's gonna mean something different because it's for Philly.
Well, Embiid's going to have to play first before he wins a championship.
Well, yeah, but the thing about Jalen Hurts is, right? Jalen Hurts, he won a national championship, but he wasn't the guy they wanted. Right? They took him out after the first half. Jalen Hurts, the very next year, they went to the passing attack. He comes in and he wins the second half for the SEC championship game against Georgia. So he got pulled the first half. After the first half against Georgia national championship, he gets asked to come in the second half. Jalen Hurts is finally on a team that really wants him. They ain't trying to change who he is. They ain't saying the way he plays he needs to improve. He's gone through ebbs and flows. When Jalen Hurts wins, that's going to be the best post game. I'm looking. That post game press conference is going to be art. It's going to be poetry, because he finally gets to let out a sigh of and guess what? You know what they say about going to the Super Bowl and losing? You'll never come back. Jalen Hurts said, I'm back. I'm back. Most guys never go back. He's back. And I'm happy that it's Kansas City for this reason. He get to stare Kansas City in the face and go, how you like me now? Like, I ain't scared of none of y'all, dude. I don't play like none of y'all. I'm not the media darling like y'all are. Now the ladies like him. If your lady keep asking you about Jalen Hurts, it ain't because she like football, she like him. So I'm telling you, so Dominique Foxworth, tell your lady to stop asking you about Jalen Hurts. My lady better not ask you. Just say, if my lady asks me who the quarterback for Philly, Donovan McNabb, Kenny Pickett. But I just think that he's earned this, man. He really and listen. Nobody deserves Super Bowls. You have to earn them. I think this young man has earned it. And Wiley, see, when he does it, I just want him to look in the camera at the Dan Orlovsky's of the world and the Shannon Sharps and the Stephen A. Smiths and the Nick Wrights of the world and say, what y'all got to say now? Because no matter what, the critics gonna come. The critics gonna come. There is nothing better than silencing critics. There is nothing because as an athlete, former athlete, that's all you got, right? The critics motivate you. The people that love you, cool, but the critics, they're a little louder. And listen, I'm telling you, the NFL needs another direction. I'm tired of looking at Patrick Mahomes and this freaking. I'm tired of looking at Patrick Mahomes and this freaking mohawk. I'm sick of it. I know y'all sick of it. And look, let me say this again. Nothing against Patrick Mahomes. He hasn't done anything. Nothing against Andy Reid. They haven't done anything. But guess what? They in the way. Philly says y'all in the way, bro. Y'all in the way. Nick Sirianni needs a Super Bowl. Because if he don't win it, which I think he will, I don't know how much longer they'll keep Nick Sirianni around. They keep you around as long as your behavior doesn't keep us from getting the ultimate goal. And I like the fact that y'all owner for Philly has come out and said he don't want to buy the Boston Celtics. Nobody want Boston because they green. You don't want Boston anyway. I'm just happy at this. Nolan Smith, a young man I got to interview when he came out 20, about 6 years ago now. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, man, a guy who, listen, if there was ever a person that was built to be a Philadelphia Eagle, his name was Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. He don't like nobody. He barely like his teammates. He barely like his teammates. He like them because he have to. And Nick Sirianni, man, listen, every Italian ever born is rooting for Nick Sirianni. They want him to. Rocky, Sylvester Stallone gonna be at the game.
Yep.
If Sylvester Stallone show up as Rocky for the game, I'ma love it. He might as well put the makeup on. You know what I'm saying? And listen, if Sylvester Stallone come, if they show, listen, cameraman, put the camera on Sylvester Stallone and Michael B. Jordan, Creed number 6 or whatever they got. Show it. I want to see it, but no. I'm pumped up for y'all because, hey man, dynasties have to be dethroned. They got to come down, man. And somebody got to shut it down. And I'm happy because if it was Lamar Jackson and them, they're gonna be too nice about it. Lamar, he's very professional. If it would have been Detroit, okay, it's gonna be Philly. Straight disrespectful. Don't like nobody. Right? You know what I'm saying? Only thing y'all fight about is y'all cheesesteaks. Is the cheese whiz the real cheese? I don't know which one y'all prefer. I'm gonna try both of them if I ever make it to Philly.
Cheese
and
whiz
I just think,
all day long.
Oh, that's
and
what
we call it. And Ben, we call it a whiz wit.
A whiz wit. Hey, okay. Listen,
that means for the people that don't understand, that's a cheesesteak with cheese whiz and onions. A whiz wit.
Okay. So you are. So what about you, Sam? Why did say he's cheese? Are you a cheese whiz guy? Or are you?
I'm a little snooty with my cheese. I'm a cheese. I don't like the whiz. I'm like a American.
Oh, you want? I want real pasteurized cheese.
Without onions with mushrooms. That's my cheese.
Okay. All right. I'm talking to. I'm just asking because, like I said, I was in New York one time, and a guy from Philly came in to order cheesesteak. He was kind of very, very particular with it.
And I'll tell you what, if you don't say it the correct way at Pat's Cheesesteak on a busy ass Friday night, your ass is out of the line.
I'm gonna do it that way. I want to just see him kick me out just so they can save me the displeasure of not eating their cheesesteaks, because it ain't what it is. Pat's and Geno's are tourist attractions. I'm gonna say it right now.
Hold on. Wait. I'm about to say, where's the best? So that's the best cheesesteak place.
Dude, they're a name. Let me tell you why. The best ones is like D'Alessandro's down South Philly. If you're going after a name brand, Tony Luke's is probably one of the better ones. But I love Steve's. They got one right up here in the Northeast, man.
That's because your name's Steve. But
That's
the
not
real
it, Steve.
story
That's
is.
not it.
Do you guys
Man,
know? Do you guys
man,
know the history of the
come
cheese?
here and come here and eat one, and then come talk to me about it.
No, but
All right.
Ben, do you know the history of the cheesesteak?
I do not.
I'm going to enlighten you today. Some cold hard facts, right? So Pat's cheesesteaks, say what you want. They were founded in 1921. So Pat's was, one of those kind of blue collar guy, had a little hot dog stand on the corner. And, every day he had his little hot dog buns and selling wieners on the street. And, one day he went to his meat processing company where he got all of his supplies, and they didn't have hot dogs one day. And what they had was chopped meat. So what Pat did is he used his existing hot dog buns, put a little cheese, and chopped up the chopped meat, and there comes the cheesesteak. He goes into his new routine that day, and then, after he ran out of that short little chopped up steak, he returned back to the hot dogs, went out on the block, and everybody stopped him and said, "We want the cheesesteak."
Wow.
And
Okay.
that's the true facts history of cheesesteaks that were founded by Pat's.
All right. I mean, no. Listen, I'm not. Look, I'm gonna do a lot of things in my lifetime. Question a Philadelphia fan about anything, traffic, anything. You can't ask a Philly fan will answer a question. They might not know what you're talking about, but they gonna answer. They gonna, because all you gotta do is say, "Hey man, could you tell what you mean? Tell you about what?" Oh, but no matter what you're talking about, it's gonna end up talking about Philly sports. No matter what it is. I mean, you're gonna start out talking about cheesesteaks or getting direction. Next thing you know, you're gonna say something like, "What do you mean? What do you mean? Charles Barkley was better than Dr. J." What? They're gonna get you to argue with them, which I listen, it couldn't have happened to a better team and fan base, because I'm not taking nothing away against Kansas City Chiefs fans. I don't really know them. I really don't. People go, I've never really met a Philadelphia fan. I say, I know you have, because if you don't need to meet one, because y'all are true as it come, because y'all authentic as hell. Y'all can't help. It's almost like y'all can't not take it serious. Y'all can tell me, Philly fan can do two things: tell you why they didn't win and who's the reason why they lost. We didn't win because of this, and if he would have did, y'all know. You can tell me the play, the time, the situation. That's why I'm gonna keep saying this. Harold Owens is one of the best Philadelphia Eagles of all time. If he would have shut his mouth, I think him and Donovan McNabb would have won a Super Bowl. But I'm gonna keep saying this: to Donovan, to Randall Cunningham, to Vince Young, to Matt Barkley, to Jaws, when Jalen Hurts wins the Super Bowl, y'all need to do a special, and y'all need to invite him last. Y'all need to come in and say, "Jalen, thank you, because you did." I mean, Nick Foles get to come. I mean, obviously Nick Foles get to come. I'm just, he get to come. But I'm saying Jalen Hurts was the starter. Because here's the thing. I'm gonna say this: Jalen Hurts gonna win the Super Bowl. You know, the first person he's gonna go up to after the game, it's not gonna be Patrick Mahomes. It's gonna be Carson Wentz. You know, he's gonna say, "Hey, Carson, hey man, this is how it feels to be the guy." During the year, nothing against Carson Wentz, but he made the wrong decision too. I don't know what the hell happened to Carson Wentz. I really don't. I'm happy he's still playing, but
the knee.
I'm just saying.
No,
Jalen Hurts is gonna start the whole season and win a Super Bowl for Philly. That's crazy.
Did you see what Darren Sproles said about the whole Carson Wentz thing? Like when
I know. Was it on the podcast with Deshaun Jackson and LaShawn McCoy?
Yeah.
I ain't hear.
So basically, after the Super Bowl, I guess everyone was loving Nick. He refused to run that offense. That was Nick's offense in his mind. And as the interview goes along, like he's sitting there talking how the offense was made. It's like the check down or outlet was always the running back.
Oh yeah. I did hear him say that when he said Carson would never throw it to him.
He would just be on Zach Ertz. So built tension already from what you've already done by sitting there saying you're not running that offense, and then not only you're not running that offense, but you're picking and choosing who your check down is. So at the end of the day, like obviously anyone who's seen interviews this week, he loves Philly, wish it ended it in a better way, et cetera, et cetera. But like, you can tell he has regrets, and I think some of it, it might be internal too. Like obviously the injuries are what led to his ultimate demise here, but I think the other side of the coin also played a part in it too. It was like, you know what, we got Jalen. Let's get him out of here and see what we got here. And I think where they're at, how everything's happened, I think you couldn't ask for everything to kind of fall together in the right way. I mean, does it suck what happened? He is literally a horror story of what can go wrong in the NFL.
Oh yeah. I mean that he is the reason. He is the reason why RPOs, that's run pass option. Carson Wentz is the reason why. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Because if he don't get hurt, he wins the MVP. Carson Wentz will win the MVP that season, right? Yeah. And then it would be the run from him when he ran and he got hit. It's like you knew it. It's like, oh my freaking God! It's like you knew it when it happened. And then but here's the thing though. Listen, Darius Bro,
of the movie The Program.
Oh yeah, the linebacker. The linebacker
That's
got
the linebacker story, bro.
The one that said kill them all. Let the medics sort them
out. Vladimir.
Alvin Mack was his name.
Alvin Mack, that's right. Vladimir was the jacked up dude on steroids.
I will say this too though. So when Philly wins, Nolan Smith, Chauncey, these are guys. Chauncey, Nolan Smith, Darius. Because I think this, if they win, I think this might be Darius Slay last game. He ain't got nothing else to prove. He don't got nothing else to do. There are so many great storylines coming out of this game, both individually and collectively. But the greatest one of them all is Jalen Hurts. I love you, Saquon. I do, man. I think and that's going to be validation for him not winning the rushing title. It's Jalen Hurts. And I mean that respectfully. I mean that I love A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, somebody did say this. Somebody said, hey, Dallas did make it to the Super Bowl. Dallas got it, not the Cowboys. So Dallas did make it to the Super Duper. But I'm saying it's so many great storylines because there are certain guys that only get profiled after they win the big one. Like people to talk about them, they want Jalen Carter is the best defensive lineman in football. He is the best one. But the guy who he emulated his game after or saw, his name was Chris Jones. He's on the other team. So you're gonna have to deal with both of them. But it's gonna be star-studded. Gilly the Kid and Wallow. I know, $1 million worth of game. They're gonna be there.
What jersey is Kevin Hart walking out to?
Listen, Kevin, whatever he's walking out.
Kelly Green, Michael Vick.
I mean, it's gonna be kid size, no matter what he walks out in. But no, I love Kevin Hart. You know what it is though? I like that celebrities show just how in awe they are of the Eagles. Like they're not too big. I'm too. You know what I'm saying? Like if Kobe was alive, he would be there live unless he got a game.
Oh, he'd have a number 8 in Kelly Green for sure.
Who's the most famous Philly fan? I know you got Bradley Cooper and Mike Trout. I don't know.
Miles Teller's in there too.
Miles Teller's, yep.
What former Eagle are y'all looking forward to seeing on the sideline? Brian Dawkins? Who?
T.O.
We already talked about. We already went over this, but no.
I want to see Brian Westbrook. I want to see Brian Westbrook go out.
He should be a Hall of Fame recipient in the next few days.
Okay.
And as we're talking about Hall of Fame, I want to get your thoughts on this one, Ben. It's something I've been bouncing around a while. Pro Bowl just passed this past week, and no one tuned in again. Do you feel like we should just completely move the Pro Bowl to the beginning of the preseason game and put it in line with the Hall of Fame game?
Maybe that might because I don't. I don't even know what this
There's no
flag
place for it.
football doesn't have. Flag football don't even got an all-star game, and our professional football league does. Like I don't know why we are. Listen, these precious games that no one count. No, everybody's gonna get hurt. Like you remember when players were opting out of bowl games? Why ain't nobody doing no more? Because they want to play. They want to get seen one last time with their teammates. I don't know what has happened. When I came up, we all came up. Them guys out there playing, man. Dion is really going at Jerry Rice. Ray Lewis really trying to kill LaDainian Thomas and those guys. Like, they really going at it. I don't understand it. You finally get to go up against the best of the best, and now we can, I never saw it becoming this, but I don't know what's worse, though. The the Pro Bowl or the NBA All-Star game. Both of them bad. Both of them are awful. At least in basketball, they still playing basketball.
Yeah,
I think the idea I just came up with solves it all, because they can't sit there and say, "Oh, I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to do this," because you're at that point in time, you're trying to get in shape to knock the rust off to get ready for the season. I think if you coincide it with the Hall of Fame game, which you have all kinds of legends, celebrities, it's going to be a reason for them to kind of want to play and turn out and do things like that. That's Barry Sanders over there. I want him to see me ball out.
I want to see it. Yeah,
like the other thing is, then the guys who actually make the Pro Bowl play in the Pro Bowl, not because they're playing it. They don't play in it because they're playing in the Super Bowl or they're in the playoffs, etc. That even if they are injured that season, that they have a whole off season to get healthy to play in that game.
You know what? I got a remedy to it. Okay, since these big time names don't want to play in it, okay, this what happens. I get voted to the Pro Bowl, and whatever player get voted to the Pro Bowl, you pick a teammate that play your position to go in your place. Because if you don't because I want to see a good game. Because a lot of these players, the unsung guys, the guys who aren't big names, if y'all big names don't want to play, let a guy that's willing to play. Because I want to see it, because I don't even know what this is. So I'll say the new Pro Bowl thing is going to be if Lamar Jackson gets voted in, but he don't want to play in it, you pick your backup to go in your place. And now people say, well, who are these guys? Well, these are guys that want to play. Now these are the guys that want to play. They still come from that way. If Detroit get 9 Pro Bowlers, that's 9 guys who wouldn't have gotten a chance to go to Orlando. They get to go. Because I don't know what this we out there watching dodgeball. What the hell? I'm like, what the hell is we looking at? Like, skills challenge. I don't know what it is now. I really don't.
Ben, I was able to go to the Pro Bowl in Miami. The year that my boy Shabby made the Pro Bowl. Mr. Pick 6, right?
Oh my God.
So, oh God, I love Shabby. Should have won a ring with the Texans, to be honest. How that team never won.
Matt Schaub is the homie. Listen, shout out to class of 04 draft class. That is my draft class. Eli, Ben Roethlisberger, Phillip Rivers, D'Angelo Hall. Oh man, I can't think his name right now. Larry Fitzgerald, Steven Jackson, the running back Steven Jackson.
Yeah.
Man, in 2004, I want to say Wes Welker was a free agent. He didn't even get drafted. So it ain't like we did a good job of evaluating players like that. Jason Peters, yes, the Philadelphia Eagle legend, was a tight end. He wasn't. But he was a free agent to Buffalo, balled out of Buffalo, and then when he went to Philly, the rest is history. Like when he went to Philly. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, look, y'all boys, I want y'all to just enjoy the fact that Philly gonna tell both goats, the old goat and the new goat, you're going down. That way, and here's the thing, that way, maybe in the offseason, Nick Foles, Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, and Tom Brady, they can have like a little show. They can just sit down and talk like, so what is it like? What do you mean? What is it like to lose us? What? Because Nick can talk. Because Nick got the Philly,
Yep.
and Jalen Hurts got the tush push. Nick can catch, and obviously, Jalen Hurts is way more athletic than Patrick Mahomes. I mean, come on, like, are we serious? So yeah, I mean, look, y'all. I'm just look. I'm looking forward to watching Chauncey Gardner-Johnson talk trash to Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes. I'm looking forward to oh my God, I want to see a Pacheco
I
Chauncey
want to see a
Gardner-Johnson
Zach
collision.
Braun. I want to see a Zach Braun return for a touchdown in the Super Bowl would be straight up nasty.
I want to see a 3rd-and-1 quarterback sneak. Jalen Carter light freaking Patrick Mahomes up and look at him and say, "What you ain't you must have you don't know." Look, listen, Jalen Carter, y'all to play for Philadelphia, you got to have an edge, man. Y'all got some. Nolan Smith is a upstanding young man, but when he put on that green and white, he turned to somebody else, man. It's like, and I want to see a pep rally with Brian Dawkins yelling out "Hallelujah" and getting the whole crowd hyped up. You know what I'm saying? Who gonna say something to Brian Dawkins? Nobody. Nobody's gonna say, "Sir, keep it down." No, that doesn't happen.
Yo,
That doesn't
Steven,
happen.
did you see our boy Kelsey crashed the Eagles golf cart dressed up in the Mummers outfit the other day?
Wait a minute, what happened?
So, Kelsey's Kelsey, the
Jason
cooler
Kelce.
one. Yeah, the cooler one from the
Yeah, the
Bird.
center.
I got to witness the Super Bowl championship parade at the Art Museum, right? Probably one of the coolest moments I've ever seen live. And I will tell you, it was colder than the coldest day I remember. You know what I mean? Walking down Kelly Drive, just in a sea of green, right? And the best part about it was grandparents, kids, men, different races. Everybody was so nice to each other. It was like a moment of lapse of hate, and everybody just was there for one thing: the Philly love. And seeing Kelsey do his speech in the Mummers outfit probably will go down as one of the coolest speeches ever.
Hey man, Hall of Fame, future Hall of Famer. Jason Kelce was. I don't the Kelce bloodline. I mean, it ain't the same as the Mannings, but it ain't far away. It isn't. I mean, that bloodline, the Mannings, the McCown. I don't want to call it the McCowns. I mean, it's like I'm just saying. But the Mannings, the Kelce's, the Watts. You got some. You got the Holtz. You got some.
About to be what, a 4th generation now?
Huh?
Mannings are about to have the 4th generation.
Yeah. So
Arch, right?
you got Archie. Obviously, you got Peyton and Eli. Now you got Arch. Yeah, Peyton got a son that plays quarterback. Look, listen. Speaking of legacies, listen. The Troop family legacy. We started out at the University of Florida. I'm a has-been now. Who cares? My nephew, Josh Troop. It's a bunch of Josh Troops in my family. We'll be going to Kennesaw State. The Kennesaw State Owls. Hootie Hoo. I think they think it's Hootie Hoo. Hootie Hoo. He gonna be going there. So the next generation of troops. Well, my nephew, his brother Christian, he's up there in Washburn, and so my brother has 2 sons, both college athletes. So shout out to my nephew who will be signing today. Today is National Signing Day, and my brother is a Birds fan. He is an Eagles fan. And I'm looking at this question right here. Was Nick Wright? Hell no. Hell no. Let me tell you something.
The fact that
Saquon.
Nick Wright had the nerve to get on air and sat there after the last 2 running backs had averaged 5 yards a carry and 6.5 yards a carry in each of the last 2 playoff games, and sat there with a straight face and said, "America, Saquon Barkley will not do this against the Kansas City Chiefs." Damn well know he's lying straight to our faces.
Ben, what's your take?
Nick Wright is sensational. Nick Wright Nick Wright is what I like to call this new age of media called sensationalized clickbait. He wants clickbait. He wants to go what? Right? Even Cam Newton is getting in the act saying crazy stuff. Listen to me, people. Look, Saquon Barkley had over 2,000 yards in 16 games this year. He did it in 16, not 17. He did it in 16. He could have broke the record. But let me tell you how good of a human he is and a professional. You know, it is cool. We done locked it up. But when Nick Sirianni told him that, he looked at Nick Sirianni and said, all right, we better win it. We better win. And which they are. Nick Wright, let me tell you something. When he does it, he already got the excuses ready. Oh, well, he only did this. No, he only did it because he's Saquon. What they say? Saquon, say gone. Because he gonna be gone. The guy, they're not gonna spare him on for the Super Bowl. All that conservative stuff, man, he's gonna try to wear. No, I'm sorry.
They're gonna LeGarrette Blunt. They're gonna shove a LeGarrette Blunt style running attack like they did in 17 and just feed the beast.
Listen. What did Floyd Mayweather say when he had fights? I'm different in person. All that watching me from afar, when you don't got to fight me, it don't look like much, right? Just hit him. But when you get in front of him, I'm different in person, right? Saquon says, I get it. I don't look like much. Some of y'all ain't impressed by what you see on TV. Ask them guys in Kansas City, why isn't everybody talking about Saquon talking trash with Kansas City Chiefs defense? They're not going to say nothing. They're going to be complimentary. They're going to say, oh, yeah, the kid, because they know what's coming. Why do D linemen talk trash to wide receivers? Because they don't got to cover them. That's why they talk. Because if they had to cover them, they wouldn't say nothing. So Nick Wright is a studio gangster. He's in the studio talking trash because all he got to do is break down the game. But guess who's telling him to shut up? Andy Reid or whoever the sports and information director for Kansas City saying, man, shut up, man. Why are you trying to piss off a dude who don't need no motivation? Saquon Barkley told Jameis Winston the Giants could use a quarterback. He keep receipts, man. Like Saquon, oh my God, you talk about can't wait. What is Tiki Barber gonna say when Saquon win the Super Duper? We remember you, Tiki. You had a lot to say. Remember, Tiki? Let me tell you why Tiki Barber is gonna be a 3-time loser in this situation. You talk trash about Eli, he won too, without you. We don't need you, Saquon. Yes, the hell you do. Y'all need Saquon, Eli, Plexico Burris. Y'all need Jason Pierre-Paul when he had both hands. Both hands. You need them. Y'all need everybody. And I love you, JPP. I'm just saying, Nick, you were dead wrong. I get it. You got a job to do. We all do. Saquon Barkley should win MVP of the league. Love you, Lamar. Love you, Josh Allen. He should. And guess what? What if he win MVP of the league and win MVP of the Super Bowl? That would listen. Remember Trent Baalke, the general manager, of the Jacksonville Jaguars. He got fired. If Saquon Barkley win MVP of the Super Bowl, that means that the GM of the Giants. If your best decision is they keep on showing, hey Saquon, we're gonna let you hit free agency. You're gonna. Saquon, do your thing, young man. You don't need me to hype you up. Listen, make sure they gonna show his little handshake before the game with his daughter. I think that's beautiful. He's a girl dad, right? And then he gonna look at Jalen Hurts, right, and say, "You ready to do this?" Jalen gonna say, "Listen." When they showed that up close video, he looking at Jalen Hurts like, "Give me the ball. What? Just give it to me, man. Listen, hand me the rock, because you know what? Listen, you know what." Jalen, listen, what the Philadelphia Eagles have that nobody else have, they got Saquon. You know how many kids 20 years from now are going to be named Saquon? These women going to be naming their sons Saquon, and their daddy named Patrick or Tom or Steve or Ben or Wally. You're going to have an Italian kid born in Philly named Saquon. I'm calling it right now. His name is Saquon Siegel. His last name is Siegel, and his first name is Saquon. What's his middle name? Jalen. Saquon Jalen Siegel. That's gonna be his name. I'm just saying. Do your thing, young man. Wrong. Rumble, young man, rumble.
He ain't wrong. But with that, I mean, I think you're right. Nick does a lot of sensationalized media, and that there's a lot of that goes around. And talking about the craziness in media, I don't know if you've seen it, but like obviously, prayers for the people in the plane crash here in the Northeast Philadelphia. But one of the kids who protected his sister from shrapnel had to have emergency, brain surgery, all this stuff like that. First thing he said when he woke up was, they told him it was Monday. He's like, "Did I miss the Super Bowl?"
Wow.
Then obviously, I asked to make sure he took care of his, if he saved his sister and all that other stuff. But it came down that AJ Brown seen it and actually responded on it, and he's going to see this kid after the Super Bowl.
Yes. Y'all, Billy, y'all got a lot of motivation. And listen, my heart and prayers definitely goes out to the families. The plane crash in Southeast Philly. It just, I think the world is starting to take notice of Philadelphia, the city, by what's going on with the team. I think that's what people are doing. And yeah, I get it if you're an NFC East team, Dallas and New York, or whatever, and Washington. Well, y'all had y'all shot. So, I mean, Jaden Daniels, you are the greatest rookie quarterback we've ever seen. Who shut that? Who shut it? They turned the lights out. They blew the candles out. They opened up a can. They did it all. But Philly is a hell of a squad, man. And they could have easily collapsed on what happened in 2023. They didn't. They said, we're going to use that as motivation. Came back in 2024, handled their business. And it wasn't no easy road. It was not no easy. And they got it done. And like I say, when Kansas City they are the America's pick. I get it, because they got Patrick Mahomes. But guess what? Nick Sirianni get to look at Andy Reid and say, you ain't want to win here. You ain't want to do that here. Because I'm going to do here what you started. I know Doug Peterson already won one. I'm not Doug. My name is Nick, right? And I'm going to do it here. Because that's the thing, right? I get to do it against the all-time winningest coach in Philadelphia, Andy Reid. I love Andy Reid. I mean, I still feel bad at what happened to his son, man. But Andy, you picked the wrong squad, baby. You on the wrong side. And I respect it. I respect Andy Reid for what he's done and all these different things. But Travis Kelce, if this is your last game on Sunday, because I know, you got other plans. You're doing movies now and all that. I'm trying to tell you, Philly coming for it, man. And Philly is respectfully disrespectful. That's what y'all are. Respectfully, we don't like y'all.
Yep.
And we don't care if you don't like us. Philadelphia are the type, y'all are the type fans that show up to a random, y'all show up to a random party and y'all in there like eating people food and cussing people out. Like, sir, this is a reception. I don't care. Sir, what are you doing? I want something to eat. Sir, what? Get out. I'm gonna call security. Call them. Call security and watch what I do to them. Hey, man, y'all lit.
I wanted to get this one, and you already kind of touched on it with Jameis Winston and Saquon, but was he not the winner of Media Day? I mean, I'm kind of a little biased. I like Gio, the podcaster. He was all sitting around in his bright green Eagles tux and everything like that, and he's got an amazing story himself. But Jameis Winston throwing W cookies all around the Media Day press conference, and some of the stuff with Saquon was fun. Obviously, you already mentioned that. I thought the stuff with him and Nick Sirianni was even better.
Jameis Winston might have played his last down of football, not because he can't still go out there and contribute, but I think he's built for what we saw. Because most people, you don't know their personality yet. You get to see it. Jameis Winston got some of the best mic'd up. I mean, when Jameis Winston ran out, and it's finna snow, and they asked him about it, he looking all up in the air. I mean, they gave him W cookies to throw out. Because that's what he was there for. They said, look, man, we just want you to be you. We're gonna unleash you with a camera and a mic and some W cookies, and we just want you to ask questions. Because I think Jameis Winston doesn't take himself that serious. Like, look, man, they're paying me to do this. Now, I will say this about Jameis, man. Jameis Winston to me is a family member that you go, dude, don't listen, Jameis, just calm it down today, all right? Nope. They're gonna say, hey man, Jameis on TV again. Doing what? They gave him a mic and a camera. Oh my freaking God. So but I am happy for Jameis Winston because being a former #1 overall pick and obviously having the 30 for 30 his last year in Tampa and then going to New Orleans and then ended up ended up in Cleveland. I think he's a good dude, man. I just think that football has served him well. He's played a long time, but he's gonna be in somebody's booth next year. I think he knows the game. Hey, Jameis, man, listen, man, make sure and come holler at us over here, you know what I'm saying, at the Fan in the End. We would love to have you on, man, to just chop it up with you. We don't need but 10 minutes with you. You're going to give us 10 years worth of content, but I'm happy for him because I think being a former player, I understand that the transition from what you've always done to what you're going to do could be a daunting task. But thank God, people like yourself, Steve and Wiley, man, that give people like myself a chance to just come on here and talk my talk trash. I'm going to talk trash, but I'm going to do my best to be respectful. People like Nick Wright, shut the hell up. What are you talking about? But Jameis, his name is James. His name is, it's not James. It's James with an I-S. What the hell? James?
Jameis?
That's his name. It's his name, James is, or James, I don't know.
And he wants to be an Eagles fan.
He wants to be an Eagle. That's what he wants.
Yep.
Yeah, he wants to sit on this free ride. He's like, I seen what other backups do here.
Bro,
like, listen, I want to be this year's Kenny. I want to be next year's Kenny Pickett. Kenny can go be a starter somewhere else next year. So
somebody needs to go check up on Zach Ertz.
But I'm sure Jameis I'll hold Jalen's clipboard.
Yeah, listen. The greatest person in sports, the greatest position is the backup quarterback. Because no matter what, they think if you were in, you would play better. And listen, and I hope this doesn't happen. I hope this don't happen. But if the backups do indeed got to end the game because the starters got hurt, Philly's still gonna win. Philly is still gonna win because Kenny Pickett has played meaningful football this season, and Carson Wentz got to play against the B team last game of the year. That doesn't count. That does not count. Carson Wentz do not know what it's like to have that successful of a game. He was like, "What the hell going on?" So anyway, I listen, y'all. Philly, y'all got all the momentum, but y'all don't need no luck because y'all got Saquon. F luck. I got Saquon. Like, is he really that good? Hell yeah. Somewhere, Coach Franklin for Penn State is still taking credit for Saquon. And all he did was recruit him. All he did was recruit him and give him the ball. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
What's the here comes the when y'all see that little video of him when he and they doing like the little running drill, and I still don't know how the hell he got out of that. Like, what the? You ain't got nowhere to go. Here comes y'all don't really want. Hey, Hey, listen, Saquon, come on the end. Come on the Fan in the End, man. You know you want to come over here, man. Come on, Saquon. Listen, Jalen Carter, Jalen Hurts, Saquon, AJ Brown, Dallas Goedert, any Philadelphia Eagle, former, current, or future, bring y'all behinds over here. And if you do, we'll find a way to get you a free cheesesteak. We ain't giving you no money. I'm telling you that right now. Bring your behinds over here just so you can vent. Listen, LaShawn McCoy, LaShawn and Deshaun, y'all come through, man. T.O. It's a Trotter. Deshaun. Weapon X, Brian Dawkins. My chin still hurt right here, man. When you hit me, man, I can still feel it. It's still tender right here. I can't even feel this. You know what I'm saying? Any Eagle, man, y'all come through, man. We'd love to have you. Jason Peters, come through, baby. I'll let him.
Yo, Steve, why don't you tell Ben about that little?
Oh yeah, I didn't even just remember the GIF I sent you right before we got on. Right, there was a reason for that, big bro.
Really?
Yeah, we be talking to Vinny P next week.
You talking to who?
We talking to Vinny P next week, Mr. Papala.
Stop playing.
We're getting Papala.
Hey, let's do it for real.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
emailed
right.
him this morning. You know, obviously everything's crazy, but he said after the Super Bowl, get up with him, and we're gonna have Mr. Papali on, so we're gonna have some
Man,
fun.
listen, man, I'm gonna do my best to be on my best behavior. I'm not gonna make no promises.
Yeah,
But
definitely no promises.
yeah, there's no problem. I mean, hey, man,
Things are unleashed.
hey, listen, at the end of the day, man, you know, I just like the fact that I love the fact that Jalen Hurts is the ultimate competitor. And Jalen Hurts is professional, but underneath it all, I believe Jalen Hurts, and I'm not saying this is how he is. Jalen Hurts is disrespectful. He don't like people, but he's so charismatic and likable. Jalen Hurts go, dude, I went to Alabama. Like, I went to the best team in the country because I was one of the best players in the freaking country. I was 26-2 when I got benched. What the hell did I do wrong? You know what I'm saying? I lost against Clemson. I lost against like Deshaun Watson and them. Well, what the hell is wrong with me? You know what I'm saying? It's not like. So I think at the end of the day, when he wins and gets Super Bowl MVP, Saquon don't care about Super Bowl MVP. Saquon want to win. When he wins and Super Bowl MVP, when he sits down, you know, the hair gonna be immaculate. You know, the hairline gonna be impeccable, and he gonna sit down and go, "All right, what y'all got to say? We talking about practice? What y'all got to say? Oh my God, what if AI is on the sideline? I forgot. Don Staley.
Oh, AI.
What if Charles Barkley on the sideline?
As we're wrapping this one up, Ben, let's put a number to it. How do you feel the scoreboard is going to look at the end of the night, Sunday night?
I do think even though both defenses are really, really good, I just think that these offenses are so dynamic, they're going to both put points on the board. It's not going to be a scoring frenzy, but I got it. Give me, I think it's going to be a nail biter. Give me 28-25 Philly. And I think it's going to be a bunch of, you know how to, like, it's going to be some plays that kind of got away. Oh, and the refs not going to be a factor because everybody's watching. Roger Goodell, you say it ain't real what goes on in Kansas City? BS. These refs got on red and gold glasses, whatever Kansas City Chiefs colors are. But I think it's going to give me 28-25 Philly. And listen, and it's going to be 25-21. And then I think that Philly's gonna get the ball last, and they're gonna drive. They're gonna force Patrick Mahomes to watch what Brock Purdy had to watch last year. Brock Purdy had to watch him go down the field, throw the game-winning touchdown. I think this year it's gonna be the opposite. Oh man, they get a touchdown, man. It's 25. It's 25-21. Uh-oh, here come Philly. Oh, 20. It'll be 25. No. I'm sorry. It'll be 20. It'll be tied up. 22-22. Kansas City kick a field goal, and they think, oh, but they got to get the ball back. Too much time. And you see Jalen Hurts go like this. You just see him shaking his head like, they done messed up. And they're going to drive down the field. They're going to score with like 2 seconds left. The tush push heard around the world, right? And game over. 28-25.
28-25, yep.
28-25, Philadelphia.
Is that what you're feeling too, Wally?
Oh, I'm feeling a complete domination. Because here's the thing. You let that man run around in the snow, and look what he did. They're going to unleash the beast indoors in the climate-controlled environment. Bro, his feet are going to run wild. This dude he only needs 205 yards to break all-time records in every category.
No, he needs 29 yards.
Well, no,
he
what was
needs
the
29.
Total? No, the total was
29 to break Terrell Davis's.
No,
that's over with. That's the, yeah. No. Listen, move over to Terrell. Listen, move over to Terrell Davis.
I don't know if you've seen the video. I shared it earlier. His response is so different to what Eric Dickerson's was at the end of the season. It just blew me away. It was just how different Terrell Davis. He's like, listen, top 3, I can live with that. He's like, Saquon is just
Now, Steven, I saw that there's a few records that can be broken by him, but the total is, I think the total record for yards he only needs like he needs like 206 yards.
Yeah, I don't know if you're going to do that against the Kansas City Chiefs, but I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. I think a lot of people are giving the Chiefs D some flowers, and they should. You know, they're a good defense. They've been a good defense, but they're not the same defense they were a few years ago.
They are
Yep.
not. Well, hey, listen, it wouldn't matter if they was the same defense. They ain't never seen. Oh man, I know people say people always say, no, you haven't never seen nothing like Saquon. That is
They
not
haven't. They've
hyperbole.
never played him. And they in the 7 years he's been in the league, he was supposed to play him once, and he got hurt and missed the game. The Kansas City Chiefs have never seen him. Andy Reid hasn't seen him. Steve Spagnuolo, I think that is going to be another thing that just that team isn't going to be ready for. Not being able to physically see him like film is one thing, but being able to play against somebody is a whole other story.
Of
I
course,
think
listen. I just told y'all, Saquon Barkley, aka I'm different in person. I'm different.
I think the defense overall is going to be the determining factor. I think we're going to see a defensive score from the Eagles. I think they win the turnover battle, which ultimately is going to be the determining factor of winning the game. I'm going to go and say it's probably going to be like almost like the Eagles Miami game. I see it like 31-17, something like that. I think they want to pushing it to a 2-score game late. I think a late drive does cement it for but I think a late Patrick Mahomes turnover, fumble, interception, whatever, is going to steal their fate also.
Yeah.
I think what killed them last time was the turnovers. I don't think the Eagles are going to have turnovers. They haven't turned the ball over like that this season. I think the fact that the special teams that has caused turnovers in the playoffs and the defense that what they've done turnover-wise in the playoffs as well is the determining factor, man. And I think that doesn't go away in games like this. It only amps up because everyone's playing at an even higher level now. This is the last one. This is for all the marbles. And I do feel like a lot of people have already kind of like the Chiefs are already kind of sitting there talking about when we get our 3-peat. And I think just the dog that is this Philadelphia Eagles team ultimately is going to be what it is at the end of the day. Jalen probably still won't get his due diligence, but I think the people that matter to him, he'll get the respect that he earns, and that's all that matters to him at the end of the day.
Yeah, man.
All that matters to us.
I mean, they got a video. They got a video out of Cameron. I know Cameron and Mace got their podcast. They interviewed Irvin, right? They interviewed Irvin, right? The playmaker.
Yeah, Michael
Irvin. They said, hey man, T.O. said that he ran laps around you as far as like his numbers. He said you only had 65 touchdowns. He said T.O. said if we was in the Hall of Fame, you would be in the basement or whatever. And Michael Irvin said, yeah, the reason why I was in the basement because he said all these rings weighing me down. Every time I try to come up, these rings be weighing me down. All I'm saying is, listen, when it comes to Jalen Hurts won a national championship. He won an SEC championship. It's only right that he win a national championship, right? Because if Nick Saban want to talk about validation for his quarterbacks, it ain't going to be Mac Jones, and it ain't going to be Tua. It ain't going to be Greg McElroy. It ain't going to be A.J. McCarron. It's going to be Jalen Hurts, the guy you benched for Tua. This is going to be one of the – listen, Nike or Jordan or whoever jump in. If y'all already got a story ready for Jalen Hurts, just let me be a narrator. Let me be like, what if I told you? Or what if I was like, what the hell wrong with y'all? His name is Jalen Hurts. First name Jalen, last name Hurts. Keep your lady away from him. Do not take your lady around him. Dominique Foxworth, just saying.
Oh, he definitely needs like one of those caution, warnings. Anytime he's around a significant other. Bro, Jalen's in town.
Hey man, listen. I mean, y'all. I don't know what y'all game day ritual is, whatever it is, keep doing it. Whatever you drink, keep drinking it. Whatever you do, because I'm telling y'all, the city gonna be painted green and white in Philly. Because I'm telling you, they're gonna win this thing. Because listen, all good things must come to an end. And if you don't want it to come to an end, Philly gonna make it come to an end. You don't got to like it. What you don't give me willingly, I will take by force. They're gonna take this thing,
Take
and
it.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it too. Any last words before we put a wrap on this one, Ben? What do you got to say?
At the end of the day, fellas, it's gonna be. Listen, I really enjoyed, these first couple of episodes with the fan in the end. With myself, Wiley, and Steve. Let me tell y'all something. I don't know what podcast you listening to, but when it comes to these Eagles, when it comes to culture, when it comes to life, when it comes to the grown men having fun, if you ain't listening to the fan in the end, listen, I don't know what you're doing with your life, but you still got time to get your life right. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I am Ben Troop. He is Wiley. He is Steve. I'm not even an Eagle fan, but I'm rooting for these Eagles. I root for the birds. It's just my birds can't fly. I'm rooting for the birds that actually get out there and get it done. And hey, man, if you do nothing else, man, make sure you enjoy your life, man. Listen, this life is crazy. Make sure y'all out there enjoying yourselves, man. And let's do it. Let's do it.
Man. We're gonna have some fun in the coming weeks. As I said, I got something to get Ben a little excited for. Working on a few more stuff to make things a little more interesting here on the fan on the end. Other than that, I think that puts a bow on this one for this week. Wow, anything you want to add before you put an end to this one?
Guys, hey, just make sure you go visit us at Just Blaze Clothing on Instagram. We're on Facebook at Just Blaze Clothing Company. And guys, be the first person on your block to get blazed. Website is justblazeclothing.com. Guys, go over and check out our clothes. We're trying to end the stigma of cannabis in sports. That's our sole mission in life. And I want to take the second to give a shout out to my sister. Today was her 40th heavenly birthday. Rest in peace, Cassie. I miss you so much. Thank you for the short time I got with you in this life. Guys, life is precious. Cherish your loved ones.
Absolutely. That should put an end to this one. Wally, you got to put an end to it because I don't have the.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. And you know what's happening on Sunday. Till we catch each other again, have a great day.